Hey YouTube. Someone commented on one of my videos, and by the time I was replying to the comment had, I guess, been deleted. And so, thankfully, though, my email saved me a copy of what they actually said before they deleted it. And it was talking about, like, you know, bladder issues and stuff. But I wanted to say, okay, so one of my first symptoms before being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, one of the first things that happened was that I lost bladder control. And so I peed on myself. I was 19. I was a kid in college. Didn't have health insurance. I was like miles away from any family, all that stuff. And, you know, all of a sudden I peed on myself and I was like, what is this? I'm not drunk. I didn't even drink a lot of water or anything. And all of a sudden I just peed on myself. Since that initial time, then of course I've peed on myself like a million times. I mean, literally hundreds of times I have peed my pants up because like that is just life. And okay, so this commenter had said that they don't really know how to stop being embarrassed, because it is embarrassing. I remember, no, I don't want to tell you that story. Like, I'm trying to think, what do I want to say? But like, no, it is so embarrassing. Like, one time I peed on myself. I was at like a major event with I was dating the guy that would be my husband, ex-husband, and all that. But I was dating him, and we were at this major event, and I had been drinking a little bit. So, but I peed on myself. And I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, there were lines, you know, 20, 30 people in line for the bathroom. So yeah, I wouldn't have made it. But still, it's so embarrassing, so annoying. So I'm trying to walk up to where I have a change of clothes, and you know, people will walk by and they just like are snickering and stuff, because what are you gonna do? You can't do anything when you're walking there. That's kind of one of the nice things about being in a wheelchair, because now when I pee on myself, at least it's way easier to hide. Like, because when you're walking, you got like, you know what the pee on yourself looks like. It's really impossible to hide. I mean, yeah, even if you tie a jacket or something around your waist, the front of you still obviously looks like you peed. And so it is so embarrassing. And then not like, even, okay, so there was that time, like, I've peed on myself so many times. I've wet the bed. You know, there are just, like, I've peed in people's cars when they've been giving me a ride. I think, like, not totally, but then I worried. I used to not wear diapers, like, at first. I have taken, and I am taking bladder medication, but it still doesn't solve the problem. Cathing helps now, of course, but at first I just took bladder medication that worked pretty well, but I would have occasional accidents. And then I don't know why I didn't start wearing diapers a long time ago, to be honest with you, because there is such a stigma. There's such a stigma. Like, diapers are for old people in nursing homes. Diapers are for babies. You know, those are the things. Like, people don't recognize the value. Like, it's not, I mean, it's a practical solution to so many things. A woman once commented on my YouTube videos. I think it was a woman, it might have been a man. But like, someone commented that they use them when they're going on road trips, because like, duh, of course, like it makes so much sense. They are a practical solution to a lot of things. But also, people have other stuff happen to you. You know, people get in car accidents, people have diseases, people just have incontinence. I think a lot of like I don't know, I think our society in general is more incontinent than it used to be, for sure, just for a variety of reasons. But I mean, there's a lot of things that you cannot control. But so wearing a diaper is actually a really smart solution. I personally think that women around the world should wear diapers for that time of the month, because like it's messy. Your stuff leaks. You know, diaper leaks too, but I mean, at least it's a better chance of protection or whatever. But like, okay, so nobody wants to wear a diaper, because like I didn't want to, for sure. Even once I recognized, okay, I'm gonna keep peeing on myself. Like, it doesn't matter how much medication I take, I'm still gonna pee on myself. Then I realized, okay, I'll do something. And so I would use those little like liners, the panty liners and all that stuff, which those things are definitely helpful too. But there's such a stigma against diapers, and it's so of course, since there is such a stigma against this, then people who have to wear them, or who see the genius of wearing them, like, you know, yeah, then it's embarrassing. And there's really no way, the only way to get around that is for society in general to recognize that, one, incontinence is a real issue. Diapers are a practical solution. And, you know, if you like have a problem with it, I mean, like, really, you know, that's tempting fate. Like, honestly. So it can happen to you. Anything can happen to you at any moment. And we are all dying. I'm doing it with style. I'm embracing who I am. And part of who I am is wearing diapers. And it took so long for me to get to the place. Like, now I do reviews. My daughter and I were talking about the things that are embarrassing about me. And I was like, oh man. Well, and she was like, too, it's like the list goes on and on. You know, first of all, I'm in a wheelchair, which is like way, you know, different than other moms and dads. And then I'm, you know, which isn't like embarrassing. We're just trying to think of things that could potentially put me out from other parents. And then I always wear crazy stuff. I make YouTube videos, and one of the things we talked about was the fact that I wear diapers. I talk about it, but it has taken me a really long time to get to the point where I am comfortable talking about the fact that diapers are actually genius. Although, this is what I got to say about diapers. I think that always and like, I mean, probably not Tampax, that's kind of different, but always should definitely make period panties. Just FYI, you guys spread that thing around. Tell them I've already messaged them about it, but they just don't. But actually, no, I'm totally wrong. Well, kind of. Like, okay, I think they should make period panties and market them in the period section. Market them with all the other period stuff. But always does make incontinence products. They do have diapers and stuff like that. Like, not, well, they might have diapers, but anyway, but they need to market them with the period stuff, because if every woman recognized like, oh yeah, hey, I got period panties at home, why not have a diaper that you can actually throw away and it's not gonna like break the bank, you know? So anyway, uh, anyway, but like the only way that we're ever going to get beyond the embarrassment of this issue is by like recognizing that it's just a reality. This is a reality that many people live with, like, and if you have to wear a diaper for whatever reason, just instead of seeing yourself, like, instead of being like, oh man, I have to shop in the old people aisle, or in the, incontinence products, or the diaper, or who's gonna see me, just, I don't know, like, there's really nothing there. It was very, very hard for me to accept that, and I used to struggle with it for a long time. The only way that I know of to get over being embarrassed about something is to be really open about it, to get it over with, get it out in the open, and then all of a sudden you aren't embarrassed about it, because like nobody can hold it over your head. Nobody can embarrass me about the fact that I wear diapers, because I talk about it on YouTube. Like, I mean, you can't use that against me, so find a way, like maybe there's a way that you can use it. All I know is that talking about it works for me. I think that talking about it is important, and I think that it's important for people in general to recognize we're all different. We all have different stuff, and yeah, diapers are like a genius way to like deal with a really horrible situation. And so if you've got to wear them for whatever reason, then I'm sorry. I know they're uncomfortable. I know that it is embarrassing, because it is. Like, I'm not gonna tell you it's not. Sometimes too I wonder, like, oh, is there a smell or whatever? Like, I mean, wearing diapers is not anyone's idea of perfection, but it is a lot of people's reality. And so if it's your reality, then I'm here with you, and you can be brave about it. It's okay if people want to embarrass you about it, like people say, oh yeah, that's a nice diaper or whatever, like if they said that to me, I would be like, oh yeah, I review them on YouTube, you should check it out, but if like you don't review them on YouTube, I don't know what you would do. I don't think that you should be ashamed about reality. I think that there are a lot of cruel people in the world, and you should recognize this is what you can do. You can recognize that the problem, you're not the problem. The diaper is not the problem. They are the problem. That attitude, that's the problem. And so, like, if people want to make fun of you over your diaper, or over how short you are, or how fat you are, or how pointy your nose is, or any other like thing about you, then recognize that's their issue. That's them. I personally, I have better things to do than spend my time looking for things that are different about other people, that I can judge about other people. Like, I have better things to do with my time, and it's sad that some people don't have anything better to do than to make fun of other people and to put people down, because really life is short. You only live once. I am, I have all the faith that that we can do this. We can make it work. No matter what, we'll just live every day as best as we can. And if you are one of those bullies that if you think that it's funny, that wearing a diaper is something that someone should be embarrassed about, or that someone, you know, people shouldn't do, or what, can't believe she's wearing a diaper, or whatever. If you're that type of person, then try to think about why it matters to you what someone else does or does not do, or is not. Like, what the fact, if you have an issue with how short someone is, or how like the color of someone's skin or whatever, or the fact they're wearing a diaper or in a wheelchair or wearing a leg brace or whatever, if you have an issue with that, then that says way more about you than it does about them. Because you know what? That kind of stuff is reality. That happens to everyone. We are all different, and it is our differences that make us beautiful. And I hope that all of you find compassion and find love, and find the ability to embrace our differences, and to find out what is cool about each other. And if someone has something that you really don't understand, be sensitive about it. And you, if you wear diapers or whatever, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of people. Anyway, I'm getting off here. Bye.